I'm recording now,
Okay, perfect.
and then she can just pull that down and send it to you, like she said, in a Dropbox or something, because it'll be a large file. And
Yeah,
we'll see
you'll
how
just
that
need to
goes.
let me know where you're gonna put it, Dr. Jansen, and then I can get it over to Ansley.
Okay,
It'll save to your desktop, so.
I think that's true, and we'll get some smart tech people to find it, get it to her.
Awesome.
So do you want this screen set up so we're both on it, or how do you want to do that, Ansley?
Can you do it where we're just enlarged one at a time? Whoever's speaking is the main focus.
Okay, I got it right
I think
now.
that's going to
I
be
got it that way.
called the speaker view.
I went to speaker view. That's what I'm on right now. Am I large to you?
No, but once it's like rendered, then it will be correct. So it
Okay.
should be fine.
So I see you. I don't know that I'll see the graphics come up, but that's fine. I know where they're inserted.
No, you won't see any graphics come up. We do that post interview. So
Okay, and you're good with framing and sound.
yes.
Okay.
The window behind you is a little blown out. Do you have the curtain that you can pull down?
I can pull. Yeah, I sure can.
Perfect.
How about now?
Good.
Okay.
All right. When you're ready, I'm ready. We'll get this thing rolling.
All right, take off.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Good Morning Arkansas. I'm so happy to be joined by Dr. Mark Jansen, the Chief Medical Officer at Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And Dr. Jansen, today we're talking about the importance of getting children immunized before school starts. And I know that we had been seeing a drop in COVID-19 cases, but now we're seeing the rise in numbers again. So just why is that happening?
Right. If you think back a few weeks ago, we had fewer than 200 new cases a day in the state of Arkansas. 5 days ago, we had 2,000 new cases, just shy of 2,000. What's going on is that there's a new variant in town. And the problem is the numbers are actually going to be artificially low because people do home testing and they don't report that back to the state. So the new variant is called Omicron BA.5. And I want to take my hand and just think about the variant. So here's the original ancestral Wuhan back from late 19, early 2020. This is what all the vaccines were targeted against. My small finger is Omicron BA.5. It's much more contagious, much more likely to spread, but these are all fingers on the same hand. So anything that's targeting the original ancestral Wuhan is also going to be effective against Omicron BA.5 if you're up to date on your vaccinations. So that's why it's so important. You're less likely to get sick. And if you do get sick, you're less likely to become seriously ill.
Is it true that kids don't get as sick from COVID, and should they get immunized?
Typically, kids don't get as sick, but let's think about the virus that causes COVID-19. It's a first cousin to common cold viruses. Well, think about kids. They're in close proximity. If they're in daycare, school, they're in close proximity. They share food, they share toys, they share who knows what else. And one of the things they also share is colds. How often is it that a child will get a cold in a daycare or school, bring it back home, and then the parent gets sick, or maybe others in the family? So if you have a grandparent, maybe somebody has a compromised immune system, they're the ones at real risk, because even if their immunizations are up to date, they may still get ill from Omicron BA.5.
So for the first time this school year, our youngest students are eligible for the vaccine. So what about the boosters? Are they eligible for that? What are the latest recommendations so far?
Right. So the CDC has just recently recommended, and the FDA has given authorization for vaccination of kiddos down to age 6 months. And this is going to be the Pfizer vaccine, the Moderna vaccine, the common ones that most folks are aware of. And again, those toddlers now that put their hands in their mouth, they put their hands in some other kid's mouth, they're the ones that are now able to be immunized. And I think that's really great news. If you have a child that's 5 years of age or older, they may have already received the first round of vaccines for COVID. If so, they need a booster now. It takes 2 weeks for the vaccinations to work. So let's go ahead and get those kids immunized now. Don't wait till school starts back up. That should be part of the preparation.
Where's the best way that kids can get immunized, especially if there's not a vaccination clinic coming to the town or they're not going to the schools? Where can kids get those immunizations?
So every unit of the Arkansas Department of Health, every county has a health unit, and all those units will immunize kids free of charge. Many doctors' offices, many pharmacists are also giving immunizations, but be sure to call first because not all of them will have the special dosage types that are needed to immunize kids. And then finally, you can go to www.vaccines.com, put in your zip code. That'll give you a nearby location that's offering vaccinations. But again, be sure and call first to be sure they're immunizing children.
I'm sure that many parents, some may be concerned about getting their children immunized with the COVID-19 vaccine. Is there anything you'd like to say to parents about that?
You know, there's a lot of vaccine controversy, and these vaccines have really been shown to be safe. And I know, unfortunately, I think vaccination has become a little bit of a political football, but I'm just trying to stay very scientific with this discussion. The vaccines are approved. They are safe. I think it's a good idea to get your kids immunized.
Okay, Dr. Jansen, thank you so much for joining me today.
All right, you're welcome.
And we'll have more Good Morning Arkansas after the break. All right, you can stop recording now.
You good with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me find my
It should be at the